moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the USC Trojans offense will get the first crack at it here. So much history and pageantry in this rivalry, guys, but the trophy, the jeweled shillelagh, is a little bit under the radar.
It is. It's beautiful to look at, but I think people are always just focused on these 2 blue blood programs. Notre Dame, USC. This is interconference, national championship, and Heisman implications seemingly always on the line late in the year when these 2 teams play.
Always so cool, coast to coast. Something matters, something on the line. You're right, this game is always fun to watch. The jeweled shillelagh.
He'll try the left side. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Got his man down the middle. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so also...
He's loose. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Luke Rockne, Eric Parsegian, John Robinson.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And they'll send out the field goal unit from the left hash. And this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out. First time they've had the ball today. And what a great matchup we have of 2 highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go the distance, right? These 2 running backs seem to get better as the game goes on. So which defense can be more physical, step up, and at least slow the other guy down?
To the air on first down. Buying some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the play.
Off he goes! Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. This is a designed run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Takes an easy completion. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Trojans send out the punt unit. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him. That loss a week ago, called on just once. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Line gets set, first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He looks that one in nicely. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Notre Dame, 14, USC, 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Going for it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Quick completion to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on there.
Can anyone catch him? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the extra point puts him on top 21-6. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and we can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Trojans heading quickly to the line. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
Pulled down for the tackle.
He's just got a knack. I mean, he just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll immediately call timeout.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to...
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the legendary players who've been a part of this game, and we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional fight for the jeweled shillelagh. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. The lone back's got it. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Trojans in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. Hard running there. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. What a defensive play to stop the scoring threat, make the interception, and then have the return go up near midfield. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Off play action on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense tried to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, tried to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, Irish! And the beatdown has ensued. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the jeweled shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And now on second down for this offense. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line. Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Fast motion from the offense. Handoff from the gun. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, USC.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here come the Irish back on offense. Looking to move it through the air. Finds the tight end. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. steps away. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Feeling some heat. He's going to run it. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Trojans are in the hurry up. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO.
Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her.
The offense coughs it up. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
They could have turned it into a rouge, eh?
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
42. USC, 25.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. looking to go up top on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you...
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the route is on. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Notre Dame 49, USC 25.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what you're on.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. He's looking for an open man on second down. He makes the catch.
And, man, this defense has been so good today. They built a lead. They know how to play with the lead. They haven't given up a lot of big plays. Right there, that's one of the bigger plays they've given up today. And at this point in the game, garbage time, you're all right with that, man. That's just padding the stats for the other side. No big deal.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get...
Fires toward the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He'll pull it down and run. Kept it, and he's past the mark. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds. But the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. He'll set up to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. After this, it'll be a wrap. On second down, he'll fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple